Hello, flirties, and welcome to this brand new episode of Flirtation. Sort of, maybe brand new to you, or if you've been a long-time listener, maybe you've heard this one before. Introducing the Fall Flashback series of the show. Here's how this works. Every Monday this month, brand new episodes will drop with guests. Your guest interview episodes on Wednesdays, Flirtinis will drop with just me, Benjamin, the Flirt Coach, and on Friday, we're doing the Fall Flashback. This first one here going way back into the vault. This one debuted on June 16, 2024, episode 5 with Star Monroe, an incredible conversation coming for you all about strutting into main character energy, decentering men, decentering the male gaze. Fellas, even if you're like, what the heck? Trust me, this one is for you as well. We're going to be talking about some self-doubt, authenticity, just amazing, amazing insights coming. Star is incredible. And then the mic stayed hot. I incorporated kind of like a B-roll off the mic moment, even though we kept recording. That's in this interview. And then stay tuned until the end for a meditation all about cultivating, developing inner confidence. All right, flirties, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of your support, your downloads, your listens, your streams, your watches on YouTube, comments, ratings, all the things, your shares. Thank you so much for being a part of this show, this experiment we call Flirtations. I'm excited to bring you this fall flashback series, spotlighting some interviews, some episodes from way back when. All right, flirties, let's do this and meet Star.
I heard you wanted to flirt. I heard you wanted to flirt. I heard you wanted to flirt.
Hello, my name is Benjamin. I'm the Flirt Coach and a gay Libra. Everyone has an inner flirt.
Hey, flirty.
Live, laugh, flirt.
Work the flirt.
Work the flirt.
Delulu is the Salulu.
Expert on the flirt.
Hey, flirty. There's always another flirt.
Everyone has an inner flirt. Get out of your head and into the flirt. Welcome to this episode of Flirtations. I am just smiling from ear to ear. We are here with Star Monroe, icon legend of the internet. Please, welcome. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. That's my best welcome ever. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. My name is Star Monroe, you said, and I am a 53-year-old woman who is strutting through life on her terms, her way. My official titles are licensed psychotherapist and confidence catalyst.
So good. Yeah, I will never forget the first time you came across my FYP on TikTok, and the video was exactly this. It was kind of this slow-mo. You were wearing like this white flowy outfit, the music, the vibe. It was just, I could feel your confidence in everything in that video. So I really want the flirties to get to know you a little bit more. So sharing some of your story, how you got into this work. Yeah, very curious to learn some more details.
All right. So I have been on this journey coming back home to me ever since I can remember. And I have had a checkered past. So I've risen from the fire. And I've done a lot in my life, and it feels like, I wouldn't say I'm just getting started. I'm keeping it going. So I'm not here to settle. I'm here to demand more from life, and therefore I need to demand more from myself. And I've always known that I'm here to do something extraordinary, to disrupt, shake things up. I've always done what I wanted to do. And at the beginning of my life, I didn't do that in a mature way. So, and also I did it because I was running away from myself. So there's two parts of my life. So from 11 to early 40s, I was running away from myself. And then from mid 40s onwards, I'm running towards myself. So I'm really excited to see what I can do. Now I'm running towards myself.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I've been interviewed, I've talked about my story many, many times, and yet actually today's the first time that I've describing it like this. And it brings like a little tear to my eye, because I used to say to myself, if I could create my life to the level I was destroying it, there is nothing that's going to stop me. I'm unstoppable. The work that I do is to turn the mirror back. Whatever you're seeking on the outside, turn that mirror back, and that's the work you need to do on yourself. You need to cultivate whatever you think you're going to get, because you're not going to get it. I'll tell you that right now. You think you're going to get it. You might get it for 6 months, but then the hard work begins. So you want to plug back into yourself. The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. And also, your job is to never abandon or leave your side. And I there's no shade. Like, I spent my life doing it. So I learned the hard way, and it took me years to get to this place. You don't have to take that long, you know? It's like you turn the mirror back, you focus on yourself, where the voids are. I'm lonely, I'm unhappy, I don't know who I am, I'm just trying to think. I don't feel complete. No. No. And I might come across as firm, hardcore. And I truly believe it. Like, a woman who knows her worth, from the inside out. My job is to do all the inside work. Will go out into the world, and she will always get what she wants, and she will not be seeking, she will attract. She will repel anything that does not align to her frequency, and she will attract. Honestly, it's taken me so long to get here and to understand what people have been saying online, because I understood it on a cerebral level. Now it's embodied. I'm like, no, a woman who knows her worth will always attract what she wants.
Chills. Yeah. And I can relate so much to your story as well. And I think the flirties listening will be able to, apply a lot of this to themselves. Like, I've spent so much of my life running from me as well, seeking that external validation, doing what we think we should, doing what I feel like I need to do to get the grades, the success, however I'm defining that. And now I'm in this era for myself of running back to me. And it's so cool that we get to have all these layers and chapters and eras to our story, and we get to reinvent ourselves. And I think sharing your story is it's been powerful for me so far. I think it's going to be powerful for the flirties. And so now I'm curious. I have a couple questions that came up. And one is around making, and I love when you talk about this in your content, and that switch from seeking validation externally to internally, and what happens with the ego and all of the manifestations of self-doubt in that process.
Yeah. So the first thing is, because it's always nuanced. I love that you call your listeners flirties. I'm like, oh, I love it. This is so cool. It's delightful. I love it. So the first step is, and there's many steps, and what most people want, they want a quick fix. And they want a quick fix. They want to hear the information. They want a strategy, and then they want to go and do it and get it done. Now, there's a lot of stuff in life that you can use. You've got a strategy, and I can give you a strategy with this, and I will. And yet it becomes deeper than a strategy, because, as I said earlier, you'll understand things on a cerebral level, but until your body's ready to receive the information, and that happens over time. One of our soul lessons that we're all here to do is to learn the art of patience. It's to learn the art of patience. So the first step, you start to notice that you're seeking this external validation. I'm going to use me as an example, because this is great, right? And because it brings it all the way home. So I'm always doing layers and layers of this. And last year, I moved from the UK to Turkey, and I was here in the summer, and I sort of looked around, sat on my veranda, and I went, well, is this it? Is this you've realized your dreams. What do we do now? So I can't settle. There's something in me that's like, no, you have got things to do in this life. You are not settling. You need to keep moving and growing and expanding, which is what human beings are here to do. So I was like, you need to step it up a notch. And so I was like, it was just a notion at the beginning. You need to step it up a notch. Wasn't sure how it was going to look like. It was the words that came to me online was, you are the prize. I went, oh, you are the prize. You're the prize. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I can get behind that. Now, there's more information in this because I was repeating some really bad habits with dating. And what I was doing was I was meeting random Turkish men. They were always cute, way younger than me. And I was sleeping with them straight away. Would wake up in the morning. I was drinking at the time. And I was like, there was a part of me that knew this wasn't right.
Yeah.
There was a part of me that knew, and this is your higher self, your genius. And I knew it, but I wasn't listening. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm going to carry on. This is great. I just want some fun. And I realized that slowly, because I was becoming more aware of the turbulent waters inside me, there was an incongruence with what I was doing on the external and how I felt on the internal. That's good. Write that down. This is really good. Right? So there was an incongruence between my actions and actually how my body was feeling. So I said, I'm no longer dating anymore. I'm not going to do it because I keep doing it, I keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And at the same time, I was doing a lot of work around creating a love affair with ourselves, and I was teaching courses around it. And I was like, actually, this body that has been abused, and you've abused it as well throughout your life, like, she's sacred. She's holy. And we need to take good care of this body. And so there was this, and so this started to all filter in. So then I was like, right, I'm going to stop dating. And then the next thing that came into my head online, I was watching Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady, 607. And I was like, oh, I've always known this. And some of my best relationships were when the man fell for me and I got everything I needed from them. I just didn't realize it. I didn't understand what was happening. But anyway, she sort of led me on to Decentering Men, and there's an amazing woman called Mel Hamlet on TikTok and YouTube. And I just started to immerse myself on this information. I was like, no, I need to decenter men because they're on a pedestal. This is still, I'm keeping on the story with the validation, right?
Yep.
So I was like, okay, so this is all going on. So you need to wash your brain. We all need to wash our brain with new information. For us to see things in a different way, we have to be willing to wash our brain and also to not know all the answers. Your ego wants to know all the answers, and yet your higher self, she's faith. The answers are going to come to you. So anyway, fast track you. I'm in the gym. I'm on the treadmill. And I'm doing my walk on my incline, 12%, 4.5 miles an hour. And I could hear myself saying, I wonder if he's looking at me. I wonder if he's looking at me. I wonder if he's looking at me. And it was a silent voice. I call them, these voices, the silent assassins. Because these are your self-doubts. These are the roots of your problems, right? And I heard it. This voice has been going on for years. Is he looking at you? And there's a great piece of work called The Male Gaze. I would highly recommend your readers Google that or ChatGPT it, The Male Gaze. And there's a name called John Berger that's assigned to the male gaze, but it's not. There's another woman. It's a woman who invented it, right? Who, we look at the world through the male gaze. So what I was doing was looking at myself through the male gaze. I was objectifying myself. I'm an object. Are people looking at me? Are men looking at me? Not women, men. Yeah. Men. So I stopped the treadmill, and it was one of those epiphany moments. And I got off and I went, bitch. I was talking to myself. I went, you need to see yourself. You need to see yourself. And then I carried on with my workout. But those words went boom down into me. That is a silent. I was seeking outside validation, seeking out. So the thing is that you have to be willing to see the unseen for you to change. And you start on a level and then there'll be more levels, because this stuff is deep.
Yeah.
It is deep, right? If you're looking for external validation, especially from men, it's like, oh, darn it. One, you recognize it. Two, making the decision that you need to validate yourself, and then start to see how it is in your life, and then decide who you want to be. Decide who you want to be. What kind of woman do you want to be? And for me, it's like, I don't need anything from men. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I don't need them to, I need basic manners and basic respect, but I need nothing else. And as I've leveled up and validated myself, and because I told you what, if you're seeking something, if you're seeking this validation outside the world, that's on the outside. On the inside, I have to come back home to myself and be willing to sit with myself and realize, damn, this is a lot of conditioning. Two, I was seeking something that I know I need to give myself, and I'm willing to learn how to do that. And how I did that, and I continue to do that, if I give you the tangibles, it probably would make much more sense, is I up-leveled my rituals and my habits and my behaviors. So slowly, I'm condensing down a year's worth of like process in this.
Sure.
Like I get up every single morning, I sit with the morning pages, I check in, I ask how I'm feeling. I make myself a priority over and over again. I'm forever learning how to be with myself, talk to myself in better ways, recognizing my shame. Like, bear in mind, I'm a psychotherapist, so I'm skilled, and I teach this, so I'm skilled at doing this. So it would be seeking support, seeking expert guidance as you're doing this. Having more fun with life, dressing up purely for dressing up, taking myself out on dates, being uncomfortable with sitting on my own at a restaurant. I slowly stopped drinking as well because I was sloppy. When I drink sloppy, I would go back, I'd be still sleeping with Turkish men. No, this body is sacred, no. So I had to make some really tough decisions. It would be that, do you know what it is? I take myself out like I am my best lover.
Yep.
I would so yesterday I was like, right, I've got a car. I normally cycle everywhere. And I took myself shopping. I sat and had, what did I have? I can't even remember what I had. I had a cup of coffee and a cake, and I sit on my own, and I'm quite happy in my own company. A year ago, even 2 years ago, I would not have been so happy, and now I am. Or the other thing as well is I'm able to look at men and have a conversation, and I need nothing from them.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's I I can see myself. It's like I can very much relate to that experience at the gym where you're like, oh, is so and so looking at me? Or like you're getting ready for the day and it's not, oh, let me put this on because I feel good in this, I feel confident in this, I want to wear this today. It's like, oh, I'm looking to see if I can, like, someone's going to notice me. Or this plays out. I mean, I get this question so often on social media. You post with the specific intention that someone, a guy, he, she, or they, your crush, is going to watch your story, that is going to look at your post. And then you're looking, it's for that external validation. It's something I think about all the time, just with the rise of online dating, which is, firmly a part of so much of our dating lives now, and the apps and just constant swiping and then using social media for dating as well. It's, it's made us, I like to say, it's taken a lot of the humanness out of dating, and a lot of the connection as well. These tools that are meant to help us connect more have, I don't know.
You're right. You are right. So what you're saying, it is right. So, and this is what's happening in the world, and you have a choice whether you partake in that, or whether you say, I'm exiting out of this completely, and I'm going to focus on myself, and I'm going to build myself up, and I'm going to take really good care of myself. I'm going to do the healing work that I've kept putting off. And then you build yourself up. See, I believe that we are our own greatest projects. We're our own greatest projects. And the way that I think about a relationship, and you ain't going to get this online, right? You're not going to get sunlight. Is you add so much value and worth to yourself, that anyone that you're even entertaining the idea that would come in, they've got to add value onto this already highly priceless.
Exactly
and
that.
so so what then comes up is people go, well, I don't feel worthy, I don't feel valuable. And then my response is, well, you better get to work. You better get to work because, we're inherently worthy. We're inherently valuable. One of the things that I say is you go through life, if you've made as many mistakes or even a small amount of mistakes that I've made in my life, you've eroded and corroded that self-worth.
Yeah.
If you tell yourself something like, oh, tomorrow I'm going, and this, I'm using very blanket statements, and I don't, again, I could unpack all these statements, but I'm going to give up sugar tomorrow, or I'm going to the gym every day this week, and then you don't go. What you're doing is you're breaking a trust bond. Well, one, like I said, I can unpack everything. Right? The thing is, like, what we must do is we must build a very fortified, robust, steadfast, resilient, grounded, calm relationship with ourselves.
Yeah.
We have got to want to be at home in ourselves. We've got to want to feel safe, secure, and stable, because I will guarantee you're going to go out into a relationship. That relationship is out of your control. And I'm a former control freak, and it's out of your control. You've got no control. So all you can do is learn how to handle your responses, your reactions, and then you must learn how to communicate.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think so there's like two themes that have really come up from this, and that are, and those are the themes of patience and embodiment. And I want to tie that in, the question I have, and tying that in to, because I feel this for myself, and I know the flirties feel this as well. It's kind of this, not kind of, it's this feeling of a greater purpose or untapped potential, or you're feeling perhaps stuck or some resistance, the blocks. And so you're going back to some habits and some vices, the external validation, right? Breaking that trust bond with yourself. You say you're going to do something, then you don't, or you stick with it for a few days, a week, and then you don't. And so I want to talk about how we can we can practice more patience and be with ourselves and our bodies when that may be very uncomfortable and it may not feel safe.
So this is where I would go. You focus on what you want. So let's do a different story. You go out into the dating world. I'm choosing to date. I'm choosing to meet people. And that's the thing, is you're choosing to meet people. That's it. Nothing else. I'm choosing to meet people. I'm choosing to talk to people. I'm choosing to practice my conversational skills. I'm choosing to see whether I like them, not they like me. They like me. And then it's not loaded. It's unattached. You're away from it. You can come back away from it and go, the questions you want to be asking yourself is, do I like them?
Yes.
Do they feel like a fit? Do I want to spend time with them?
Absolutely. Yeah.
The other thing as well, the other thing to add into that as well is some people will trigger us into old patterns. And so for people who've had trauma, this is what I say, right? You've had trauma, you've got a finer line to walk than someone who was brought up with unconditional love. They're more than likely going to meet somebody great. People that were brought up with unconditional love, mummy and daddy just absolutely loved them, gave them everything they needed. They had the right discipline, the toolkit. They were well tended. Those are the people that you see out into the world that have great partners. I'll tell you who's one of them, Pookie and Jet. Pookie and Jet. Both come from families that they love their families. They love their families. People like me, trauma, unemotionally available partners, parents, which led into partners, drugs, rock and roll, you name it. No. I do not get a hall pass on this. I have to take extra special care of myself when I go out dating, if I choose to go out dating, because it's so easy for my inner child to get reactivated. Oh, someone's giving me attention. Yes. And then that's it. I'll be sleeping with them. I cannot take my eyes off me. That is going to be for the rest of my life as well. The patterns in you, trauma patterns, they are grooved in, right? And you get triggered, you're going to fall right back down to them unless you know how to self-soothe and get yourself back to a grounded, calm state.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is something that I talk about in my content a lot too, is not dating from the perspective of do they like me, but do I like them? Putting yourself in that main character energy, being like the chooser, right? Choosing to go out and meet people, to go on dates if that's what you are wanting to do, if you're out there dating, and then detaching from the expectations and the external validation that can come from the process, which is so much a part of the work.
Well, or you go out dating and you notice what it drags up in you.
Yeah.
What it
Being
drags
curious.
up in you, and get really curious and notice what insecurities, what self-doubts come up.
Yeah.
And every insecurity, every self-doubt is a window into your soul to do some more work on yourself. So this is what I would do. So say you get triggered into, oh, does he, and I've been there, like there's no shade. Like I've been sitting, last year I sat on my phone waiting for texts to come through. I would sit and stare at my phone waiting for texts. And so the texts were an indication that someone liked me, so I'm likable, right? So that's when I recognized, I was like, no, I can't do this because you're repeating old patterns. So it's to recognize all the things that you are doing, and you have to exit away from that person because they're the stimulus. But thank you very much, person, because now I know what work I need to do. And so then you're like, you have to learn how to soothe your nervous system. You have to learn how to talk to your inner child. You have to learn how to be in control of your mind. You have to learn how to manage your emotions. Otherwise, you're lost.
Yeah.
You're lost in the sea of dating.
It's tough. And I think but it's achievable and it's actionable. And so I think as we start to round out the conversation, I want to talk about some things, some practical practices the flirties can bring into their lives. I know one for you is journaling every day, and one for me is yoga. And this is so much what I bring into my own classes when I teach. Like if you think we're going to be in my class doing, boom, 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 handstand this, jump around. No, you might spend the first 5 or 10 minutes laying down and really connecting to yourself and your mind and your soul and breathing and getting uncomfortable or getting comfortable being uncomfortable when your mind is going to the to-do list, what you did yesterday, what's coming up next week, when you want to fidget and you're restless and you can't sit still. Breathe. Be in stillness. I'm holding the space. You're okay. You're safe here. And just bringing that connection back to yourself, which is what I talk about in the flirt all the time as well. It's the connection. Yeah, we're out there. We're flirting, right? We're doing, some winks or some smiles and things like that. But also, how are you feeling? Connecting to yourself in that moment is a flirt serving you. So, all right, that was my little my spiel. And so for you, what are some practices people can bring into their lives for, being just connecting to themselves, their bodies, practicing patience?
Well, let me go bigger picture, and then I'll draw it all the way back in.
Sure.
So, if you do want a relationship, then your first job is to start writing about it. Start writing about it and allow yourself to vision, to imagine, to go into the realm of possibilities. Nothing is off the table.
Yes.
Nothing is off the table. So if you want a beautiful human being who looks this way and has this job, and you travel the world and you have yachts or whatever. Go for it. Go for it. Like, go big, and not just once. You're going to spend the next month doing this. And it's a returning practice. This is why I do morning pages. So it's a returning practice. It's going to come back in. You go, well, if I had my dream relationship, who would it be? What would it be? Where would we be living? And think in your 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. How do we start our mornings? What are we wearing? How do we talk to each other? Like, you want to go super in depth. So eventually you have a 3-page essay on the relationship you want. Then and you won't start with a 3-page, you'll start with a paragraph, and then allow yourself, this is practice in motion. Yeah. Then you come back to it the next day and you expand on it a little bit more. Then you've got to turn it around and you go, who do I need to become to attract that?
Main character energy.
Who do I need to become to attract that? Then you do the same thing on you. Then you start getting really curious and you go, the nuances, well, where am I living? How am I dressed? What perfume do I wear? How do I take care of myself? Do I go to the gym? Do I do yoga? Do I do breath work? How am I soothing my nervous system? How am I having fun? What do I do with my spare time? How do I sleep? See where I'm going? Yep. Then you become that woman today. You are her. You've drawn it in. You become her now. Not when you've lost 20 pounds. Not when you've got your next promotion, not when someone's left you X amount in their will. Now, you show up. So this goes back to what I was saying last year. What shifted me is like, I am the prize. I am the prize. So how does a woman who is the prize act, walk, speak? And I'm nearly a year on. And the transformation me is dramatic. It's one of the fastest transformations I've ever done in the 35 years of work that I've been here on this planet doing. And I can see it in every aspect of my life. And what that's done is it stopped me needing that. Let me go back to the practice that I've just shared. It stopped me needing anything outside me. And I keep coming back to what's for me is going to come to me when I'm ready. When I'm ready, not when I want it, when I'm ready. When I'm ready. And so let's tack one more practical part in that about the body, because you do a lot of work around reconnecting into the body through yoga. Even like every single moment of every single day is a chance for you to connect back into you. Yes. How am I feeling?
Yes.
What do I want to, and like you said, like, what do I want to wear today? How do I want to feel today? Oh my God, like what? I get to choose how I feel. Like, how do I want to feel today? And so last month I did in my group program, we did emotions. And so I got them to dress as their emotions, the shadowy parts of their emotions that they didn't like. So maybe it's anger or sadness. So you dress as sadness, you dress as anger. And then if you want to dress as like a ray of sunshine.
I think those are going to be beautiful tips for the flirties as we start to round out this conversation. Any final thoughts or anything you want to add?
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, and because I've gone through such a long period of destroying myself, now I'm in this creation, running to. You can be whoever you want. So I was thinking about this. It's like my deep thinking, because we live in a world, especially on social media, that tells us we just need to be our authentic selves.
Yeah, I've said it.
I've said it. We need to be our genuine selves. Yeah. We need to be ourselves, right? So a lot of us don't know who we are, and that's okay.
Yes.
Right? So that's okay. So Your job is to find out who you are, and life is telling you who you are. Life is telling you, there's a quote by Rumi, follow what lights you up, you will not be led astray. And so there's been little signposts, little glimmers, somebody calls them, as another therapist that use the term glimmers. And this is what I believe, because if I tie it all the way back to main character energy, you can be whoever you want to be. You can create whoever you want to create. As long, and it's going to always be authentic. So if I want to be Joan Collins tomorrow, I can channel Joan Collins. If I want to be Marlon Dietrich the next day, I can do that, because it's always coming from a place of I know who I am. When you try and be someone you're not because you don't like who you are, it's always going to come off as inauthentic, and you're going to meet the wrong people.
Yeah.
You're going to meet the wrong. We can be whoever we want. Again, no shade. I did this for years. Like, I built this huge persona up called Goddess Star Monroe. She was a performer. She was like out there. I had 3 mental breakdowns because I was running away from myself. So the most important job you've ever got, your quest on this planet Earth, is to find out who you are. And it's an ongoing process. It's not like, oh, I find out who I am tomorrow and then life begins. It's an ongoing process. You're in it now. By listening to this podcast, you're doing it. How amazing is that? You're doing it right here, right now. And then it's to have fun playing around with who you want to be, how you want to dress, your makeup, no makeup, how you want to talk. Play around.
Yeah.
And experiment with life. And experiment with dating too. Experiment with dating. So maybe you do try and meet a couple of people online, and then you're like, actually, no, I don't like the word try. I'm going to meet a couple of people at a bar or somewhere else, anywhere that's safe. So it's like you experiment. It's what life is telling me right now is like, you've got to move, Star. You cannot stay stagnant. You've got to keep moving even when it's uncomfortable. Keep experimenting. Just keep experimenting and trying things out.
Yeah. That was beautiful. And that's as hard as this can be and challenging, stepping into main character energy, creating the life you want. It's also can be so much fun, and you get to have so much playtime with it. I mean, I think about barely 2 years ago, I was commuting to my office job, staring at my computer screen, scrolling on my phone most of the day, dreaming, wishing of this other life, this other version of myself I didn't know yet, was terrified of becoming my own main character, but in being curious and being able to make mistakes and put myself out there and tap into authenticity and do it scared, even when I didn't want to, I am becoming the flirt coach. Like, I made it up. Star, I made it all up. It's like, that's what you get to do. It's like, this is fun. It's fun. Exactly. You get to have so much fun with it as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. Where can the flirties find you? I think quite a few are going to be flocking over to your pages and looking to learn more. So where can they
find me? The most, I'm active on TikTok. So I produce content for TikTok. I'm Star Monroe, or one word, Monroe as in Marilyn. And then I'm over on Instagram as Ms. MS Star Monroe. Okay. They're the best places because you have all my links. You can check everything out that I've got. And I endeavor to produce content nearly every single day. So there's always something up there for you to think about, to unpack. I'd love to see anyone that comes from this come and say hello to me. Yes,
I'll have all your info linked in the show notes. Yeah, and you also, your TikTok lives are just next level. If you get a chance to join Star on a live, please do. And also your videos are, everything is so good, but you give, your videos are 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 9, 10 minutes. So these are videos that you can really, it's not a quick, 60-second, here's, a short video. It's like,
I was thinking about that the other day.
With it. Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I was like, so 10 minutes is normal now. So I want to, I I can talk for ages because there's always something else to unpack. So so there's a lot of information there, and that's why I always say, like, anyone. Oh, and then also I've got a podcast.
Yeah,
The Star I need to get a grip. The Star Monroe Show. The Star Monroe Show. You'll find
Fantastic.
it anywhere where there's a podcast.
Fantastic. Star, thank you so much for joining joining me and being on Flirtations today.
Thank you so much.
You thought that was all? I don't think so. The mic stayed hot once again on Flirtations post-main interview, and the Flirt Coach got coached. Let's see what happened.
Hang on, I'm going to pull you up. That's something you said as well. You said about you.
Okay.
And you said, I took a leap of faith in myself, following my dreams and passions. And you said, I am becoming the Flirt Coach. And it's something for you. Feel free to chuck this over your shoulder if it doesn't resonate. It's something for you to watch that slip of the tongue. I am the Flirt Coach.
Yeah. I still struggle with that myself.
Right. Right. So you didn't need to say anything about that because your mouth did it for you. So I hear the words that come out of your mouth. So if you wanted to, and so for you to practice coming into this more, because I see you as the Flirt Coach, right? Mm-hmm. And your job is to see it, to be willing to see it. How's that if I put the willing? I'm willing to see myself.
I can connect to that, the will I've got.
Right. So then gently you go, mirror work when you're brushing your teeth, grooming your fabulous moustache. Something fun, and you're like, and your eye gaze is brief, and there might be a hand on the mirror. It's like, I'm willing to become the Flirt Coach, and notice what comes up, and I'm sure you can handle what comes up. You don't even need to do anything with it because it'll turf some conditioning up. That's all it's doing. It's turfing some old fears, welcome it all in, get rid of it in yoga, divest it in yoga. Okay. I love you. Yep. I love you, all the fears. I love you. You're my conditioning. You're keeping me safe. Thank you so much. And I'm willing to be more. I feel like I want to cry. It's like I'm willing to be more.
Yeah, it's I mean, I feel in this moment, I mean, my heart's racing. It's this release of fear, but also this.
So stay with us. So don't. Yeah. So if you can hold and just stay with the feeling of the heart racing, and just bring breath into that, and hold the space for it for a moment. Yeah. So let's just hold the space. There's nothing for us to do.
That's true.
And just see if you can just hold and give it some space and silence.
I can do that. I'm willing to become the Flirt Coach. I am the Flirt Coach. Yeah.
So you can, because all you're doing is turfing up deep-rooted fears, because it sounds like you've got a history like mine. And when we push ourselves, I am the Flirt Coach.
Yeah.
Very broad. I'm the Flirt Coach.
Yeah, like,
It's like, well, you could do that, but inside will be quaking. So it's like, I'm willing, and then there's going to probably be a young Benjamin pop up that's going to be like, and you're like, well, it's okay. We're practicing. We're trying out, and that's your chance to reconnect to the younger versions of you that were told that they couldn't be anything, couldn't be, Yeah. So, and this is why I like this work. It's not for it's for the warrioresses, right? Because you've got to be willing to feel your fears as you get out. So, I see you online.
Wow. I'll go ahead and say it. And now to integrate a lot of what we talked about In the main interview, I have a very special segment here on this episode of Flirtations where we'll be doing a meditation for cultivating inner confidence. I will guide you through the entire thing. I just ask you be somewhere, well, not driving or walking or on a treadmill or maybe even at work. So if you need to pause and come back to this part of the episode, that's okay. It will be here for you. But if you are ready to settle in, go inward, and go deep, let's go. Yoga teacher, flirt coach, coming up next on this segment of Flirtations. Welcome to this guided meditation and breathing practice for cultivating inner confidence. I invite you to begin this practice by finding a comfortable and quiet space where you won't be disturbed. You may sit in a relaxed posture, perhaps on a chair or on a couch, or if you prefer to be laying down, that's more comfortable for you. Go ahead and find the position where you are going to really be able to settle in. The most important things being here that your spine is straight, whether you're sitting or laying down. Your hands are resting comfortably, either on your lap or beside you, your palms facing up or facing down. And if it feels comfortable to do so in your body, I invite you now to close your eyes for the remainder of the practice, and I will invite you to open them at the end. So we're going to begin by arriving here in this space together by inhaling deeply through the nose, really taking a moment to fill your lungs as full as possible, and then taking a nice, long, deep exhale when you are ready. Continue with a natural breath pattern here for just a bit, filling your lungs with fresh oxygen and exhaling slowly, either through the nose or through the mouth, beginning to release any tension or stress, making any wiggles or wobbles. If your mind is wandering, if you're feeling fidgety, that's okay. We're going to continue to settle in. We are just getting started. Continue with your breathing, really feeling the rise and fall of your belly, of your lungs, of your chest. Emptying your lungs and then continuing to breathe, bringing new life, new oxygen into your being. Now we'll do a bit of a visualization practice here with our breath. I'd like you to stay as relaxed as possible, keeping your arms, your hands by your side as you inhale deeply, visualizing, imagining the breath entering through the left nostril, going up into the mind, clearing away any thoughts, any agitation, any frustration perhaps. And with an exhale, imagine, visualize the exhale exiting your body through the right nostril. Any stress, any tension, leaving with it. We'll now continue that for a couple rounds, inhaling deeply through the right nostril. Visualize this going up into the mind, clearing away any thoughts. And with a deep exhale, that breath leaves through the left nostril. Inhaling deeply through the left, imagine this, feel it, visualize it. And then on your exhale, the breath leaves through the right. One more deep one here, just like that, to complete this cycle, inhaling through the right and then exhaling through the left. I now invite you to settle in to a natural breath pattern here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose for the remainder of this practice. And as you continue to breathe at your own pace now, I would like for you to bring your awareness to the present moment, which we are in together right now. Feel your body grounding on the chair beneath you, perhaps the couch, or if you're laying down, as you continue to feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Really feeling grounded in this moment we're sharing together, allowing gravity to keep you firmly in place, taking a moment to wiggle out any kinks, any tension. I want you to think about the shoulders being relaxed, the jaw, the tongue, the neck, the hands, the feet, the legs. Take a moment to just do a body scan as we now fully arrive here in this present moment. So now imagine yourself standing at the threshold of the present moment here, a space where time doesn't pull you backward or push you forward. This is your sacred space of now. In this space, visualize a warm, soft light surrounding you, illuminating your presence, your being. And as you continue with your breath, with each inhale, this light grows brighter and more vibrant, radiating confidence and authenticity all throughout your being. With each breath, this light grows brighter and stronger. Now I'd like for you to focus your attention to your heart. In this moment, the present moment, feel the rhythm of your heartbeat, the steady and reassuring drum of your true essence, your authentic self, who you are. As you continue to breathe, with each exhale, imagine any doubts or fears simply melting away, like mist dissolving under the morning sun. Feel the energy of self-assurance and authenticity expanding within you with each inhale, doubts and fears dissipating, disappearing with each exhale. Continue breathing, inhaling deeply, and exhaling as you release any judgment or expectations you may hold about yourself. Allow your breath here to fully sweep away any remnants of self-doubt. This is your time. This is your moment here in the sacred space of now to cultivate confidence. Now picture yourself standing in front of a mirror within your mind's eye. Visualize this. As you gaze into your own eyes with kindness, compassion, patience, understanding, feel the unwavering acceptance and love emanating from your reflection. This is you. You are love. Now I offer you, as you stand here gazing into your own truth, your own inner confidence, your inner knowing, to repeat the following affirmations silently to yourself. I am enough just as I am. I embrace my unique qualities and strengths. I stand firm in my authenticity. Continue repeating these affirmations, these statements of truth to yourself. I am enough just as I am. I embrace my unique qualities and strengths. I stand firm in my authenticity. I am enough just as I am. I embrace my unique qualities and strengths. I stand firm in my authenticity. As you continue working with these statements, you can visualize your reflection growing brighter and more confident with each inhale. This warm, soft light that you're breathing in continues to grow even brighter in the mirror before you as you gaze into your own reflection, into your own being, is reflecting the true essence of you. Now I'd like for you to imagine yourself in various situations where you want to show up confidently and authentically. Could be out meeting new people, flirting, dating, in social gatherings, or other personal interactions. And as you see yourself in these situations, I'd like for you to feel the same warm, soft light that surrounds you here, now, in this present moment, enveloping you in those scenarios. Feel your confidence radiating outward from a deep place of truth within you, from within your heart. Remember this feeling. Remember this feeling. You can call it back to you at any time you want. The body wants to remember, and it can, and it will. Take a moment to fully connect to your confidence here in the present moment so that you can call it back whenever you need to. If you feel like it's left, it hasn't, just call it back. The body remembers. Take a few more deep breaths here, perhaps your deepest of the whole practice. As you begin your next inhale, make this the deepest one yet. Inhale the full energy of the present moment, and as you exhale, release any lingering tension or self-doubt. You are enough. You are strong. You are authentic. You are confident. When you're ready, I invite you now to gently open your eyes and bring your awareness back to the space around you. Whatever position you may be in, you can start to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe shifting the neck back and forth just a little bit, nodding your head if that feels good. Starting to bring yourself back into the world. And as you begin to arrive back into the space around you, I invite you to carry this sense of authenticity, confidence, and presence with you as you move forward in your day and beyond. Remember, you have the power to show up as your authentic self in every moment, and with practice, this presence, this inner confidence that exists here in the present moment will become an integral part of your journey and of your life. All right, flirties, thank you so much for trusting me to guide you through that experience that may have perhaps been difficult. If so, take care of yourself, incorporate yourself back into the physical space around you, your physical surroundings slowly. Take your time, drink some water, hydrate. You may want to journal or release some of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that came up. I invite you to do that now, and you can do so without story, without attachment. It is only your role in many ways right now to release, to let go, and you can do that. This practice will also be here for you. You can come back to this episode at any point. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. And thank yourself. You did it, Flirty. That wasn't easy, but you did it. All right, flirties, that's a wrap on this episode of Flirtations, the first in this fall flashback series featuring the incredible Star Monroe. Thank you so much, Star, for being a part of the show in June 2024, over a year ago, over 100 episodes ago and the first in this flashback series. Thank you so much, y'all. I was so nervous. Maybe you could tell on the mic. This is one of the first episodes I ever recorded. I reached out to Star. I really wanted her on the show. I've been looking up to her, admiring her, and just following her work for a little while. And then she said yes, and I was like, oh my God, Benjamin, she said yes, and now you gotta do it. I hope you love this conversation just as much as I enjoyed recording it with Star. I hope you enjoyed the meditation as well. Thank you again, Star, and thank you to you, the Flirties, for being a part of the show. I so appreciate you being here. I really appreciate your support and just listening to these episodes, taking them in, maybe watching them on YouTube, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your streams, your downloads, your comments, your ratings, all the things. Thank you so much. And now please share this episode or another favorite episode of the show with someone you want to share some BFE, big flirt energy with, who maybe needs to hear some of the messages in the episode today, or maybe the meditation. Yes, loved including that in this episode. All right, signing off officially here at Flirt Headquarters. My name is Benjamin. I'm the Flirt Coach and Gay Libra Flirty. Happy flirting.